Good afternoon.
Good
Sorry, I
afternoon,
told
sir.
you that I'll be taking a class at 12, but we have some important things to complete because Monday being a holiday, so we had to complete some part. Okay, and that's the reason I had to delay this class. So I will start the class now. By the way, MB Patil sir will not be engaging the class. He will directly engage the class on Tuesday. Okay. So all those people who are waiting for his class at 12:15, all students kindly note, MB Patil sir will not be engaging any class today. He will be engaging the class directly on Tuesday. Okay. I will be engaging the class from 12:15 to 1. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Today morning we started with our discussion, right? And I think we stopped at this particular problem. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rashmi, you had a doubt. Now I'll clarify that doubt because that's the reason I've actually solved the problem here.
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is the problem. They have given us two securities or two shares. We'll call them as A and we'll call them as B. Okay. These are the probabilities. Again, I'm repeating, these are not observations, these are probabilities. And these are the expected returns. These are the anticipated returns that we can get, okay, when we multiply probabilities. So we have to give our preference of which share is better. Is security A better or is security B better, is our choice of preference, right? Now accordingly we need to solve that particular case. So let us see how do we go about solving this particular case. Now in the morning session I told you that these are the probabilities for security A. Okay, these are the returns of security A. We have to calculate expected returns. Now what is the formula for expected returns? This is the formula is for expected returns. This is the formula for expected returns. So what I am doing here, I am multiplying the probabilities into the returns of security A. So when I multiply, I get the answer as 2. Here I get the answer as 0.8. Just multiply these two, you get the answer as 0.8, and here I get it the answer as 0. Now I have to calculate ER, and what is ER? ER is nothing but the summation of probabilities into returns. So the total of this, that is what we call as expected returns. So when we add this, I get a total of 2.8. So this is my return from security A. On similar basis, this is my return from security B. Clear? So security A, this is the return. Security B, this is the return. Now I need to find out the risk part of it. Remember, this particular slide, this particular third column talks about your expected return. Third column talks about your expected return for A. This column talks about expected return from B. Now we have to find out the risk involved in A and the risk involved in B. So if we have to find out the risk involved in A, I have to find out R minus expected return. Now what is my R? My R is 4. My R every time that is going to change is going to be 4. So 4 minus 2.8. 4 minus 2.8, I will get 1.2. Clear? Next, 2 minus 2.8, I will get minus 0.8. And 0 minus 0.2, 0.28, I will get 2 minus 2.28. All of you can work this out, you will get the same answer. Next, I have to square this because I am getting negative answers here. I have to square this. So if I square this, I get 1.44, 0.64 and 7.84 as my, sorry, 7.84. These are my squared returns. Okay, sorry, this is the square. Okay, and once I get the square, I have to multiply the probabilities because the value of p is here. So I'll have to multiply 1.4 into 0.5. I'll get 0.72. 0.64 into 0.4, I'll get 0.256. And similarly the last one, when you take the total of this is your 1.76 is your variance. 1.76 is your variance. Square root of that Square root of that is going to be your standard deviation. Okay, I want few people to try it out this. I want some of you to try out this. I don't want everyone to try out this because you will waste time. So 2 or 3 people just try out for security A and 2 or 3 people try it for security B. Please do it fast. We have to proceed for the next level.
So we need to calculate variance.
This is variance I have calculated. It is just for you to practice it. Just work it out.
Okay, sir.
Or if you want to calculate standard deviation, just find out the square root of this. Find out the square root of this. That is your standard deviation.
So that is 1.33 for 1.76 with SD.
Okay.
And for 13.5, 2.25,
It's 1.5, sir.
that's 1.5.
Yeah. Can you tell me the standard deviation for this?
So it's 1.33.
Okay. And what is the standard deviation for this?
So it's 3 points. No.
1.5, sir.
1.5.
1.5.
5.
Okay. Now you see that there are these two tables are in front of you. Okay, these two tables are in front of you. Please tell me which security will you select? Which security will you select? You have security A, which gives you a return of 2.8 and has a risk of 1.33. Return is 2.88, risk is 1.33. Next, you have return is 1.5 and risk is also 1.5. Okay, which is better?
So security A is better.
Security A is better because for a given
So
level,
it gives maximum return with a minimum risk.
for a given level of risk of 1.3, you are getting a return more than the risk. Are you able to understand? You are getting a return which is more than the risk. On the other hand, security B, for a given level of risk of 1.5, you are getting the same return as equal to risk. So your risk return ratio is 1. Here your risk return ratio, if I have to calculate risk return ratio, okay, here my risk return ratio is going to be 1. Okay, so risk divided by return. If I do it, what would be my risk return ratio? Can anyone calculate? My risk return ratio would be 1.5 divided by 1.5, right?
Yes, sir. 1.
Equal to 1. So there is no point investing your money here, because for whatever risk you are taking, you are getting the same level of return. So there is no point taking a risk, investing your money in this particular share. But on the other hand, if I calculate my risk return ratio here, what will happen? What is the level of risk that I have? I have 1.33. What is the level of return that I have? I have 2.8. Clear? So here I have my returns are more. See, in a risk return ratio, always the lesser the ratio, the better it is. Okay, the lesser the ratio, the better it is. In other words, your denominator has to be higher than the numerator. If your denominator is higher than the numerator, it's a good sign. Clear? But if your denominator is less and numerator is more, that is a bad sign. I repeat my words. Whenever you are calculating risk return ratio, your denominator has to be more than your numerator. Only then it is a good investment avenue. But on the other hand, if your denominator is less and numerator is more, that is not a good investment. You are getting my point here?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts in this? Yeah, any doubts, please?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Anyway, this was an extra calculation that I showed you. This is not required. Okay, the problem ends here. Otherwise, you'll get confused again. So I'll restrict my discussion only to this point. Okay, you calculate your standard deviation, and that is where your answer ends. Yeah, so this is a solution for this particular problem. I have given you another problem here. I will leave this problem for you to solve. Remember, we had two securities here, security A and security B. Here, I have four securities, A, B, C, and D. Okay. The question is, are all stocks attractive? Give reasons, and which is the best among them? So here you have the probabilities of A, here you have the probabilities of B, probability of C, and probability of D. On similar basis, the way I have solved it, you will have to solve this and find out which stock is better and what is the level of risk for that particular stock. Okay. Immediately after this class, I am going to send a PPT of this. You will have this copy with you. Okay, please solve this, and it is important because from this particular module onwards, you have only problems, nothing else. So having a good hand on problems is very important. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, so this problem I'm giving for homework. So homework or practice, whatever you can call it. I'll just write down homework HW. Please do it. Okay, we move to the next problem. This problem has come in your final exam, and that's the reason I'm interested to take this particular problem. Okay, this problem has come for 10 marks. Now, what does it say? Remember, there are two headings here. One is an index return, one is a script. Script means stock. Script return. So we have two returns. Okay, they have asked us from the following data of market return and Sun Pharma Limited script return for a particular period, what is beta? What is the beta? Also, if the market return is 2, what should be the script return? So this is the second question. Okay. First question is, we'll take this as a second question. Okay. First question is, just give me some. Yeah. First question is, what is the beta of this particular script? Then they have asked you to calculate what is the market return. If the market return is 2, what should be the script return? This is the question that they have asked. Okay. So before we go to what is the market return and what is the script return, our main task is we have to find out the value of beta. Okay. Now, if we have to find the value of beta, which formula will you use? You are going to use this particular formula. Okay, you are going to use this particular formula of beta. You are going to take what is x. You need to know what is x first. X is index return and y is stock return. So now in this particular problem that we are going to solve, okay, the problem that we are going to solve, what is index return? What sign should I denote this? Is it x or y? Index return, is it x or y?
X, sir.
X.
So this is x, and naturally this is Sun Pharma. We'll just make it Sun Pharma so that you can understand. This is Sun Pharma return, and this is always y. So now I have these readings of returns for the index, and these are the readings for my individual share, that is Sun Pharma Limited. Okay. This is x and this is y. Can you calculate beta value?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I have given you the solution here. Not this one. Not this one. Sorry. Okay. We'll solve this particular problem. Can I switch to Excel so that it is easy for me to solve?
Yes, sir.
Are you all comfortable with Excel?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll show you some tricks today, and I want you to follow these tricks because I don't think Veergowda sir has told you all this. Just I'm opening up Excel, just wait. Can you see, all of you see the Excel sheet now? It's blank Excel sheet.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm just going to paste the values here that I've just copied. So this is my return from Sun Pharma and this is my return from Index, as you can see on the screen. Can you see this on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will, for your simplicity sake, I will even copy the formula. Okay. Just give me a minute. This is the formula that I have. Okay, this is the formula that I have. What is the first thing that I have to calculate? So I know this is my x and this is my y. What I need to calculate?
So X summation XY.
No, I have to calculate xy first,
XY.
right? So I have to calculate x and y. So when you multiply x and y, what do you get? Multiply this into x into y. So you get xy. Clear? So this column is my xy. Then what is the other thing? Summation of x and summation of y. Are you able to understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. My question to you is, can you solve this?
Yes, sir.
Can you solve this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you look at it, it's a very tedious process, right? Do you agree with me that this is a tedious process?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's consuming a lot of time. You can go wrong, other things. There are many things that get confused in this particular equation. Okay, and this is what you have learned actually. This is what you have actually learned when you are studying statistics. Correct? Are you able to get my point here?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Shall I show you a very simple technique in Excel? In a fraction of a second, you will get all these answers. And this is what is your next assignment. Okay, what you need to do, just pay attention. All of you can see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay, go to file. All of you, I repeat once again, please pay attention. Afterwards, don't complain that if you're not able to understand. First, go to file. Can you see options here?
Yes, sir.
Can you see options? Click on options. Something like this will pop up. Okay. In this, when this particular window pops up, can you see something here called as add-ins?
Yes, sir.
Click on add-ins. Okay, click on add-ins, double click it, another window will open up this way. Okay, now you see something here Can you see something here? Analysis tool pack.
Yes, sir.
Click on analysis tool pack and say, can you see this go here?
Yes, sir.
Click on go. Okay. Another window will pop up. Similar like this. Click only the first part. And once you click the first part, just say okay. Okay. Now, once you do this, you think that nothing has happened, but something has happened behind the screen. What you can see is only a Excel screen, but behind the screen, many things have happened. Now, I'll tell you what has happened. Okay. First thing, we want to calculate alpha, we want to calculate beta and all other parameters, right? So now what will I do? I have this data with me. Do you agree with me? I have this data which is visible to all of us. Clear? Can you see a heading here called as data?
Yes, sir.
Can you see a heading here called as data?
Yes, sir.
Click on data. Okay. Once you click on data, on your extreme right hand side, you will see something called as data analysis. This data analysis is nothing but what you just added. Okay, I told you to go to options, select add-ins. Okay, this was not activated in your Excel sheet, so now it is activated in your Excel sheet. Okay, you should be able to see this column called as data analysis, and data analysis is available under the main head of data. So under data, you will get a heading called as data analysis. Click on data analysis once. Once you click on data analysis, whatever you studied in statistics, everything is available here. Can you see this? ANOVA, covariance, correlation, descriptive statistics, everything is available here. What we want a simple regression equation. So can you see that I have clicked for regression here?
Yes, sir.
All of you can see I have clicked for regression. So once I click for regression, just click OK. Just click OK. Once you click OK, I'll just help you out. If you're not getting it, I'll close everything. I have the data available with me. I go to okay. I will go to data. In data, I'll select data analysis. Under data analysis, I have to select something called as regression and say OK. The moment I say OK, this type of a screen will pop out. Now, here it says, the system is asking you, give me the input Y range. Okay, it is saying, give me the input Y range. So what is my Y? My Y is Sun Pharma, right? I'll repeat it once again. This particular window pops out. Now the system is asking you, you want me to calculate beta, I need some information, give me the information of Y range. So including the heading of Sun Pharma, I select everything and I release my right click mouse. So the data has come of Y range. Can you see here? It has started from C2. From this column it has started. C2 column up to the last column, all data is available here. Next, it is asking me to give data for X range. So this is my X range. So here my X and Y, I have kept it. And can you see something here called as labels? There is a heading, right? There is a heading for this particular column called as index return. There is a heading for this particular column called as Sun Pharma limit return. So I am highlighting that label. So yes, labels are included here. Okay. And now, okay, once you are done with this, don't click anything else. Don't click anything else. Okay. Come to output options. Click on output range. Okay. Once you click on output range, click here. Click on this icon. It is asking you, where do you want me to paste the result? The system is asking you, where do you want me to paste the result? So I say, paste the result here. So I'm telling them to paste the result in this particular cell. Okay. I click here again. I just click here again and I just say, okay. The moment I say, okay, whatever you did in your entire first semester of statistics, everything is available in this particular slide. All calculations are here. You did mean, you did median, you did mode, you did standard deviation, then you found correlation, you found out ANOVA tests, one tail, two tail, whatever you found out, everything is available in this particular regression slide. Are you okay? Are you able to understand what I'm trying to do? I'm using system to get the answers.
So in the first sem, the similar type of problem you have told us, sir, has an assignment.
Which one?
This one, the same thing, sir, like getting this regression values and all. In status, you have taught, yes, sir, in economics in first sem.
I've told you in economics. Okay, now we have to go for
Yeah, yes, sir.
we have to go
Statistics.
a step further also. Okay, that was very
Yes,
clear.
sir.
Now we have to go a step further. We have to go into descriptive statistics also, which we'll do it later.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyway,
Yes, sir.
are you able to get this output? Can you see this output on your screen?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now everything, whatever you studied in your statistics, everything is available here. I'm just reducing these values. I'm reducing the decimals because these numbers appear too big. I'm just reducing these values so that the answer is smaller. Okay. Now, okay, if you use that particular formula and solve it, if you use this particular formula and then solve it, you will get the answer as beta. Now here, what is my beta? Can you see this part, yellow color part that I've kept it? Can you see this part?
Yes, sir.
This is your beta value, 0.75. That means the beta of Sun Pharma is how much? 0.75. Is it greater than 1 or is it less than 1?
Less than.
Then one.
It is less than
Less
1.
than
What
one.
does it indicate? Is the stock more volatile or less volatile? What does it indicate? The stock
So
is
less.
less volatile. Why? Because if the market goes up by 1%, your stock will go up only by 0.75%. If the market falls down by 1%, your share will also fall down by just 0.75%. That is what it means, beta. Beta indicates sensitivity of that particular stock with respect to the market. Next, I always told you about there's something called as alpha value. It is called as intercept. So your intercept value is also here, 0.05. Okay, 0.05 is your intercept value. Are you able to understand? Okay. Next, you have something called as multiple R. Multiple R is nothing but your correlation. Multiple R is nothing but your correlation. Okay. What does the correlation say? There is a positive correlation of 75% or 0.75 between Sun Pharma return and index return. Are you able to understand? There is a 0.75% correlation, or there is a 0.75 correlation between Sun Pharma and uh, index return. Are you able to understand this? Are you able to get what I'm trying to tell you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I'll just show you something so that you will be able to understand. I select this. Okay, I'll show you on the picture itself, and I select a scatter diagram. Okay, just a minute. Give me a second. Now, can you see this? These are some data points that we have. These are some data points that we have. Okay, if you observe, this is a pattern that we are getting. So the shares and the index return and the index return and the stock return both are moving in the same direction. One is not here, second is not here. Both are almost going synchronously, but they are not very close to each other. And because they are not very close to each other, we have a correlation of just 0.75. If the correlation was very strong, they would have come very close to each other. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not here to teach you statistics, but what is important for investment that I'm trying to tell you. So I get my beta value as 0.75. I get my alpha value as 0.05. There is a 0.75% correlation that is going to happen. And you can see one more parameter here called as multiple R. Can you see these two parameters here? Multiple R is 0.75 and R square. I told you what is your R square? R square is nothing but your coefficient of determination. Okay. Here you are getting an answer of 0.56, 0.25, right? What does it tell you? If I have to just convert this into percentage, it says on the given data, I can tell that whatever movements are happening in Sun Pharma stock, I can explain that 56.25% of whatever changes are happening with Sun Pharma returns are happening because of the way stock market is behaving. Are you able to understand what I'm trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you something such that if I ask you, okay, why is it not 100% relation? Why there is no 100% relation between Sun Pharma and index return? If this question is asked, you have to tell them that there is no 100% correlation between Sun Pharma and index return, because with whatever data we have, we are able to explain that only 56.25% of the variation that is caused by index return on Sun Pharma. So we can explain only 56.25% of the variation that can be called. The remaining part we cannot explain because we don't have adequate data. This data, whatever has been given to us, it is insufficient. And because there is insufficient data, we cannot answer why the share is not moving 100% with this index return, but it is moving only to the tune of 0.75. And we can explain this only to the tune of 56.25%. Please tell me if I'm able to convince you. Are you able to understand what I'm trying to tell you basically? Are you able to understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, this is whatever I've highlighted in yellow, that is important for you. The remaining part is not so important because it will be very difficult for me to explain. I think you have studied ANOVA also last semester in your first semester of in MBA. In statistics, you have studied ANOVA also, right? ANOVA stands for analysis of variance.
No, sir.
Have you studied that?
No, sir.
Okay. Then you have studied probability, or you have studied hypothesis testing also, right? I hope you have studied hypothesis testing in your second semester research methodology.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you might have studied, but this is how you interpret the values. So you have the results for your T test, you have your results for your P test, you have the results for your F test. Okay, at 95% significance level. So all these values also come in this particular column. Okay, so if you analyze this data, if you just analyze this particular data, a lot of information is revealed about the data that you have, and we can interpret many things, whether there is a relation between one set of variable with the other set of variables. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is, for assignment purpose, which I'll tell you on probably Tuesday, is an assignment based on Excel calculations. And you need to know what are Excel calculations. Without Excel, you definitely don't have future, especially if you are doing your career in finance. You need to know Excel. And if you don't know Excel, it is very difficult for you to sustain, because the entire world is shifting to from a calculator and a page and calculator basis. They are shifting everything to Excel sheet or spreadsheets. So you need to know how to operate a spreadsheet. So this assignment is specifically designed for that, which I'll be giving it to you on Tuesday. Don't tell me that it is a time consuming affair, because everything happens in just a few clicks of button. You need to know which button to click. That is very important. Is that okay? Fine. Now
Yes, sir. So this will be the second assignment, sir.
this will be the second assignment. I will not give it to you right now. First, you complete whatever has been given to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Only when you
Yes,
complete
sir.
that,
Yes, yes.
I will be giving you.
Yes, sir.
And by the way, this will be a group assignment. The first assignment was an individual assignment. This is going to be a group assignment. Okay. Why
Okay,
group
sir.
assignment? I will tell you at a later stage, not now. Because I want one set of people to analyze the entire banking sector. I want one set of people to analyze the entire IT industry. One set of people to analyze only the pharma industry. So I want to do that. So one person cannot do this. We need a team, and this is a group assignment. Is that clear? Okay. Now, whatever, by the way, I will solve this particular problem and send it across to you on the PPT. Okay, I'm sending it to this PPT right now after this class. Okay, all problems will be solved in the PPT. What I want you to do is, please practice these problems at home. Without practice, you'll not be able to get it. Okay, this was the last slide that I wanted to show you as far as risk return analysis is concerned. Hereafter, there are only problems, and all solved problems I will be sending it to you in this particular PPT itself. I want each one of you to download that and solve it on your own. Remember, from here onwards, there are only calculations, and calculations are like mathematics. You will feel that you know it, but when you actually sit down and do it, you'll not be able to do it. Am I clear on that? So that the problems are the last part that I wanted to share as far as this particular unit is concerned. In the next part, we are going to solve some more problems on similar basis. In the meantime, I want you to solve or practice whatever problems I have solved in the PPT. Will you be able to do that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please do it sincerely, because this subject should not be a backlog subject. Please remember this. In your final year or in your third semester exam, this subject should never be a backlog subject for you. If this is a backlog, it's very difficult for you to get out of this. That's the reason I'm stressing more. I'm trying my level best to solve it in Excel, to solve it in PPT, to solve it by hand and give you the PDF. All these things I'll be doing, but when I'm taking so much of effort, I want you also to take equal amount of effort from your side. Okay, so see you on Tuesday. Tuesday I will tell you how to do that, and assignments on this will be given to you at a later date. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we don't have further classes, right?
No, now there are no more classes. Monday is a holiday. Monday you will not have any classes.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Just wait, I want to take the attendance once. There are 25 people.
Yeah.
Who is not there?